This bear fought in a war, was promoted to the rank of corporal, smoked, drank beer, marched alongside his fellow Soviet and Polish comrades, has a website, and a memorial trust. Yes, this bear was not a typical bear. His name was Wojtek. Voytek moved crates of ammunition for the Allied forces during World War II, eventually being promoted to the rank of corporal, which meant that he was superior to many of his fellow human soldiers. But how did a bear join the military in the first place? Wojtek was born around the spring of 1942. A Soviet army that consisted of mainly Polish soldiers was traveling to Palestine, where they would pass into British control. On the way, they stopped in Iran. While there, they met a little Iranian boy who had a bear cub whose mother was killed by hunters. One of the refugees in the troop asked the boy if they could take the bear. The boy said sure, and that same civilian took care of the bear. Soon after, the bear was donated to the 22nd Artillery Company, and it was there that the soldiers named him Voytek. Voytek is a sort of nickname that means happy warrior. While he was there, however, tragedy struck. He had swallowing problems. Since he couldn't swallow right, the soldiers resorted to feeding him condensed milk. After that, he got better. He was then fed fruit, honey, marmalade, and syrup, and he was rewarded with beer, which would eventually become his favorite drink. He was basically the Polish version of Paddington. Voytek also stopped a thief from raiding the ammunition stores. His reward? Beer. And remember, at this time he was still only about a year old, well below the drinking age. Because, 1 is less than 21, right? During breaks, he would wrestle with his fellow soldiers, though he grew to be strong, so not many soldiers would want to. But then again, he is a bear. Not many people can wrestle a bear and expect to win. Just like this poor teenage chess player. He thought he could beat the world chess champion in an online tournament, but lost out on winning $250,000 just because his internet connection failed. Anyway, back to Voytek. Voytek even learned to salute and stand on his hind legs. While all this was happening, remember, World War II was still going on, so the soldiers around Voytek got summoned to Italy to fight in the Battle of Monte Cassino. When they got summoned, the Polish soldiers were told that no pets were allowed. So they did the smart thing. They enlisted Voytek as a soldier. He's now Private Voytek. So what did Private Voytek do while he was in the army? Well, he carried crates of ammunition. Normally, 1 crate of ammunition would take 4 grown men to lift. Voytek? He carried it by himself. He was a big help to the Allies in a battle that killed over 50,000 of them. As a reward, Voytek was promoted to the rank of corporal. Corporal Bear. After the war, Voytek was sent away to the Edinburgh Zoo. He was frequently visited by members of his old troop, who would toss him cigarettes, just like they did in the army. He lived out the rest of his days in the zoo, dying in 1963, aged 21. The Voytek Memorial Trust was set up in 2009. It's focused on improving relations between Scottish and Polish people. Voytek's website? Well, you can visit that at thesoldierbear.com, which features Voytek's story told by the son of one of Voytek's closest friends. Incidentally, one of Voytek's fellow veterans from the 22nd Artillery Company was Menachem Begin, who served as the 6th Prime Minister of Israel. So that's the story of the bear who was a corporal. Be sure to subscribe and like. And thank you for watching Explained. New videos every other Friday.